animal, stop it! Cut that! I'm not a puppet, all right? Welcome to Every Brother's Business. Did you see my puppet in there? I'm pulling the strings around here, all right? I ain't a puppet, and we have got a masterful show for you lot tonight. Did you see my puppet? So my mama was telling me, I'm going to bring you all the latest news and exclusive footage that only I can. Plus, we have invited the greatest minds and Matt Richardson to share their wisdom on what really matters. Like, what is a century egg? What is a century egg? And Dr. Pam's back. Dr. Pam's back. She's back for a much-needed check-up. And if all that wasn't enough to whet your appetite, James and Austin, a.k.a. Justin, have been soaking up all the action from their man tub. Yeah, and their little chalet. Look at them, they're loving life. It's up Broback Mountain. For legal reasons, Broback Mountain. And they've got plenty to say, but before that, it's time to meet my Wednesday night panel. First up, she loves a wild stallion between her legs. I'm on about horses. She rides horses. Louise Zisman! My next guest is built like a Spartan with the grace of a swan. It's Strictly Pro dancer, Robin Windsor! Nice shirt, Robin, nice shirt. Oh, we're working it. And finally, the cries of Masood still echo from across the road on Albert Square. It is the brilliant Nina Wadia, a.k.a. Zainab! Oh, what a panel. So tonight we saw the celebs nominate. Angie got the most with 8 nominations. Nancy came a close second with 7. So Nina/Zainab, what are you making of the numbers?
It's kind of expected, to be honest. Normally the older cast members, if I can call them that, you know, tend to go. And I'm not surprised, to be honest. They're the two that wind me up the most.
To be fair, I mean, with all due respect, obviously Angie's had quite a tough couple of days in that house. Robin, were you surprised that people put her up?
No, not really. I think she kind of brought it on herself because she did say, I'm not going to tell anybody. And then she went out there and she told the person with the biggest mouth who's going to go out there and cause the biggest drama. And I think that the rest of the house feel that perhaps she'd be better on the outside now to deal with everything that's going on. And I think being in the house isn't probably the right place for her.
Lou, were you surprised by anyone that's up? You shocked at any of the 5? You're all right.
Well, Gemma's up, and I really like Gemma.
You shocked?
I think that I think Gemma's got quite a bad reputation in the press, and I don't watch Towie, but my understanding of her on Towie is that she's sometimes not
Comes across
nice.
sometimes maybe as a bit of a diva.
Yeah,
I think it's safe to say.
but I think she's coming across so well on the show, and I'm surprised that she's up, because I'd quite like Gemma to win, I think.
Yeah. Gemma's your winner at the minute. Another person who's not up, actually, is someone's pro dance partner who's sat over there. Christina, she's doing something right. She only got 1 nomination. Robin, are you shocked?
Well, I think apart from the whole bun in the oven scenario that we've got going on, she's kept herself to herself. She's been quite quiet, and anybody that she doesn't like, she's kind of kept away from. So there's been no confrontation, but Christina's quite fiery. And if somebody crosses the line with Christina, she will bite back. And I think it's bordering on that now, and it's going to happen.
Has she been what you've expected in there? Because, like you said, you know, you're used to her. If someone crosses her, she'll just go. Do you think she's holding back in there?
At the moment, yes, but I don't think anybody's crossed that line. When they do...
I think Tiffany has with her, hasn't it? I thought she was going to blow
she
with
did
Tiffany.
bite yesterday. No,
Yeah.
when she asked if she could help in the kitchen.
No!
No!
No! She scrubbed that plate for her life, didn't she, Christina?
I think it's at boiling point, and, of course, her hormones are going to start changing soon, and I think she's ready to kick off.
I mean, Emma, God, she don't even look us in the eye no more. Well, them hormones are all over the shop. Listen, we're going to be talking about alliances later on in the show, but one of the strongest came into question tonight with John nominating Darren.
So bad.
Zainab! What is he doing?
What can I say about my son-in-law? I was shocked, I'll be honest. I was absolutely shocked. But I can tell you one thing about him. It does not come from a bad place. Genuinely, it doesn't come from a bad place.
Well, a lot of people were saying that, you know, he's doing... I think Angie even said, you know, he's doing that, he must be a good friend or something. Yeah. Was you shocked that he went for Darren? Because I was totally shocked. They've been like that.
If that had been me in the house and he did that for whatever reason, I'd be gutted. Absolutely gutted. So, and I thought they had some kind of little bromance going. I
Yeah.
genuinely did. There was a lot of love there. And Darren, you could see on his face, he was shocked.
He was shocked, and he was upset. Robin, do you think his reasons were justified for putting Darren up?
No, not really. I like, as Darren said, if he was a mate, he'd have taken me to one side, told me time and time again, not even stop smoking, but just calm down a bit with it. And that's what, for me, a real friend would be, not to say, pretty much, I think you should be out. I thought that was just... And
that was mean.
And the excuse...
He just feels threatened by Darren, I think, because John's playing a weird game.
Do you think?
Always trying to get everyone to leave so he's the last man standing. John wants to win by default.
But you've been in there, Lou. Like, if a friend was to nominate you, I know face-to-face is always hard, but if a friend was to nominate you face-to-face, how would you have reacted?
It is... I mean, Dappy nominated me and I was quite gutted. Then I tried to change my nomination, and then all my noms got...
Yeah!
So I got in trouble. But it is horrible when, like, one of your friends nominates you, because you think, God, there's enough
It's not as if it's
arseholes
the
in here
final
already.
week and there's not a lot of people there,
Yeah.
and it's still a pretty much
I just think John's playing a really odd game.
Or
and
he misread the
is not coming
situation
across
really
well.
badly.
Well, let me ask you,
He's
Nina,
not
do
coming
you think
across
if it wasn't face-to-face and it was diary room, do you think his nomination might have been different?
I do. I
do?
do think so. I think he picked the two people he's probably closest to in the house. If you notice,
Yeah.
those are the two people he's closest to. So either he didn't want other people to feel bad, or he's just misread it entirely.
But
Yeah,
then John
I
got
think
so
it's hard.
defensive when Darren tried to
Yeah,
speak
like,
to him about it.
almost aggressive.
Yeah.
I think it's not right, man.
Well, let me ask this lot. What are we making of John's nomination?
It was way too harsh, and he'd come across like a really annoying father, like he was fathering him too much as well. I feel really sorry for Darren, and I want Darren to stay, and I want him to win, and I want John to go.
You want a lot.
Yeah.
I was going to talk to more, but I just want to let him have
I'm very sad now.
It's all right. It's all right. Zainab's having a breakdown. Well, actually, this might cheer you up because John has actually topped 2 of our 2 popularity polls. Like, for the last 2 weeks, he has been #1. Do you think something like this could potentially knock him off of that?
Sadly, yes. Sadly, I do. I do think that. I think he's misread the situation. This is going to hurt him very badly.
Forgetting about the public poll, Larissa, what do you think this is going to... What effect is it going to have on his sort of standing in the House? Because everyone saw that. Everyone had an opinion of it.
I think mistrust. I think that the other housemates won't trust him. And he's really, really scrambling to become the alpha male in there. I think he really wants that role as alpha male. Like, everything that he does irritates me, actually. But I think that he's just, like, wants to be the boss of everything.
Zainab's fuming.
I'm really trying it.
I've met him, and he's actually, like, really
He's a
nice
lovely
guy.
He is. He's
I don't
on
know
this
him as
show
well as you
loads.
do,
Yeah.
but he's just... I just think it's really weird, the game is... I just don't get it. I'm waiting for it to, like, progress and materialise, and we see what is John up to.
Well, listen, look,
Dun,
we've
dun,
spoken about the
dun.
Masters. Let's talk about some of the puppets. There was one in particular that was not happy.
3 crackers and a fucking fish.
I mean, not a lot. 3 crackers and 1 fit. I mean, it's not a lot. Lou, bit over dramatic, or are you feeling
Do you
it?
know, I get really hangry as well. And do you know what? You don't realise, as a viewer, you are so starved in there. Like, I've done so many things with chickpeas that you would not even believe is possible. I mean, honestly, you can do a lot with chickpeas in the kitchen, but you are so starved in
Louise,
there.
this is getting worse. I don't really want to know what you do.
No, but you're starving. And also, they give you, like, this slop, and when you complain, all Big Brother says is, it's nutritionally valuable. And you're like, it's not, it's dog food. So I completely get where Megan's coming
Have
from.
either of you 2 ever been that hangry?
Yeah, you know what? You take food away from me, that's it.
Hungry.
But I mean, they gave her the egg. She should have taken it. I mean, it's not that bad. I'll stuck worse things in my mouth, you know? It's edible. It's not going to kill you. Eat it and be done with it.
What did you make of her reaction?
I loved it.
It was a good one, wasn't it?
We were on the floor watching it. Weren't we? There's something particularly kind of cruel about watching someone that hungry, and we don't mean to laugh, but she turned into like a 5-year-old. I want some
Well, she obviously, she was annoyed, she was hungry, but she got her mean treat earlier on in the day, didn't she? That read, at Meghan McKenna always has a face like a smacked arse. She should smile more, hashtag CBB. not my words, not my words. Do you think that might have played a part in her day?
Hangriness.
Hangry.
Maybe that added to the angriness of the hangry. I don't mind Meghan, actually. She's kind of indifferent to her. I'm not, like, massively like her. That made me like her a bit more.
Let's have a little chat with someone who knows her very well. It's actually her sister, Millie. She's on the phone now. Millie, you there?
Yeah, hello.
It's Millie, everyone. Hi, Mill. Millie, I know you've been watching the show. Is the Meghan that we're seeing in the house, is that the same Meghan we see at home, that you see at home?
Yeah, definitely. I feel like she does need to come out of her shell a bit more and show, like, her funny side, because at the moment I feel like she's a little bit taken back by it all.
Do you think she might need to just sort of calm down and just deal with the free crackers and a fig?
No, I think she's got a valid reason to kick off, because, no offence, but spam is literally like cat food. Like, it's their worst nightmare. I couldn't deal with it.
She's not a fan of the spam. If you could speak to her now, Mill, what would you say to her?
I'd say that I love her and she's doing great, but she just needs to relax and just enjoy herself.
Well, let's hope that she does. Guys, give it up for Millie. Cheers, Millie. Thank you soon. A nice bit of chat there. Thank you. Right that. Coming up, I've got all the headlines in today's BBBOTS bulletin, and backed by popular demand, our very own court jester Matt Richardson is back. We love him. He's going to be making his return to the stage, but now we've got eviction night on the horizon. The sun will soon set on one of our famous five, and no one wants to be the forgettable second out. If you want to see Stephanie and Jeremy not get it on, if Angie reminds you of your Auntie Doreen, if Nancy's wardrobe has released her inner leopard, or if the GC's wise words have changed your life for the better, then pick up your blowers now. Make sure you vote. Their egos are in your hands. Here's the all-important numbers you need to save your faith. This week, Angie, Gemma, Jeremy, Nancy and Stephanie all face the public vote. Who stays, you decide. From a landline, call 090 20 44 24 and add the number of the housemate you want to save. From a mobile, call 6 44 24 and add the number of the housemate you want to save. For Angie, add 01. For Gemma, add 06. For Jeremy, add 07. For Nancy, add 12. For Stephanie, add 14. Calls to the long number will cost 50p plus your network access charge. Calls to the short number will cost 50p. Voting closes in Friday's eviction show. If you're watching on catch-up after that or outside the UK, please don't vote. Votes cast after lines close won't count. You can find terms on the Big Brother website. Welcome back. The Celebrity Big Brothers bit on the side. Who wants to hear Ryland read a mean tweet about himself? What? 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 What card? Oh. OK. At Box Office Bounce, can't believe Ryland is up for an award for Best Presenter. Hashtag... Hashtag shocking, hashtag CBB. Well, do you know what? It is shocking, but if you do want to vote for me, why not head to the website now where you can put it on NTA. There you go. Right, still to come, Dr. Pam's going to be reaching new heights as she works her way up the house hierarchy, and Matt Richardson will be delving into the darkest corners of the Twitter sphere. But he's going to be here to bring you this week's Celeb Buzz. But I think it's time for tomorrow's headlines now, don't you? It's time for today's news!
Extra, extra! Read all about it!
It's only been 8 days, but it seems some more of our housemates are getting horny. At 11:31 this morning, Daniela and Tiffany were talking about how they find Big Brother's voice a total turn-on.
There was a really good voice this morning. Did you hear him?
Yes.
That was really hot voice. This is Big Brother. Who was that? I want Ryland to do one.
The Ryland is the black, dark-haired, cute guy. Okay.
Yeah, he's super cute, right?
Yeah, loving him.
He's hilarious. You'll love him. When you do BBBOTS, you'll love him. He's so naughty. Really white teeth.
Oh, gosh.
Really good looking, like bone structure, like a model. Tall, slim,
Yes,
stunning.
that's him.
Yes.
Gorgeous, so fierce.
Yeah, but I want him to go, all right, this is Big Brother. You're all doing blinding. I love it.
Well, at 11:33, God, I'm so long. At 11:33, it was time for Stephanie to enjoy day 2 of her CBB relaxation and beauty retreat. And yesterday, she got a massage, but today, it's all about the hair.
You got to do the hair. Very well done, Jeremy.
I'll do this.
That's dead cute.
What?
Putting it behind my ear.
Yeah, well, let me see it.
So I don't mean to be rude, but I've never straightened my front bits, have you? Somebody, mama. Well, after taking on those all-action roles yesterday at 12:51 today, John made a pact to write himself out of all of today's dramas.
I'm staying well away from every single thing today. I'm just staying right out of it. Can I make that pact, boo?
It's the bitching starting.
Already?
With everybody. The backbiting, the bitching, everyone starting.
Gemma's
I'm like, you know
right
what,
on
I'm
it
out.
today. Gemma's obviously got the that she's been nominated. Yesterday she was fine about it, but today you can see she's just going to... She wants to kick off at any... She's going to kick off today.
I'm not in the fucking mood. I think people are in little pockets bitching and sniping about everyone else. Fuck off.
I know.
How about fuck off? How
about
fuck
get
off?
fucked, yeah.
How about 0 fucks given right now? And Westbrook's about to just lose it and go and do what she wants. I want to go home so badly, it's not funny. I can't deal with this amount of fucking ego for people that I haven't even fucking heard of.
Holding back. And at 1 o'clock this afternoon, Daniela's moaning continued. Now, there is a bit more bad language from her here, but we aren't going to apologise for that. We should, however, warn viewers about her continued use of seriously, seriously offensive bandanas.
Well, I know everyone's going to probably hate me, but everyone can put all their hate on me. I don't really care. I ain't playing that game no more. And if I want to lay in bed, I'll lay in bed. And if I don't want to do something, I ain't going to fucking do it. Call me not a game player, call me this, call me that, call me what you like. I've been called so much, I don't care. I don't really care what people's opinion in this house think of me.
Well, I just don't know where this has come from at all.
Because I'm sick of seeing people go up and down on emotions. I'm sick of seeing people in their little groups with their little jokes and everything else and take the piss. That's what I'm sick of.
Right.
I'm sick of people thinking they're fucking special. I'm sick of people thinking they can't do... do you know what? Fucking get on with it, the lot of you. I've earned my spurs, I don't care. You know what I mean? I come in this business at 15, I'm 42, I'm still grafting. Let's see how many other people are. I don't care.
Bandana nearly fell off. Jesus. That was today's news, there we go. But hold up. That ain't all. Just when you thought it had all calmed down, it picks itself back up again. Here is an exclusive.
The next quote is, I want my shoes back.
I said that.
This is Gemma. About...
I said this about Tiffany. Please come, Tiffany.
Oh, bitch, you want your shoes back? The shoes that you...
Yeah.
I'm gonna give them to you. I didn't know that. You can have your
No,
shoes.
I've taken them back.
Taken them already.
Oh, I don't care. You should never gave them to me in the first place.
Can you just let me explain,
No,
Tiff?
you don't have to explain anything, and you don't have to tell me to calm down. Okay?
Please,
I'm
being nice let me
I
tell
know,
you
but you don't
reasons
have
why.
to tell me to calm down. I'm gonna say my piece, whether you like it or not.
Can I say
now,
my
what
piece
I'm gonna say is this:
Oh, my
when you
God,
gave
because
it
she's
to
just
me,
rude
the night that
individual.
you gave it to me, I told you that you didn't have to give me the shoes.
Can
I told you
I
that you
say
didn't
my
have to give
piece,
me the
honey?
shoes. I don't care. You noticed? I didn't even notice that you took them
Tiff,
back because I don't
Tiff.
give a fuck.
I knew when she gave her them shoes, they would all be brought back up. Robin, let's come to you. What are we making a shoe game?
Oh, bless it. Gemma just said it as a kind of like passing comment, and it's all been again with Tiffany taking.
No, Gemma's already took them back.
Oh, she's taken them back.
She went there, Gemma, and got the double chase. Yeah. She's gone, babe. What?
I love it.
Gemma did it because she was so upset yesterday with what was going on, and again, it's all going to blow out of control. It's Tiffany's involved. It's going to blow out of control.
Lolo, what we're making of the shows, they've already been returned.
They've been gone. Weren't they Valentino's?
I don't know what they were. I think they were Dolce.
Oh, were they?
But other designers are available.
I think it's brilliant. I really like Tiffany and her complete dramas. I think it's such entertainment to watch. And if she wasn't in the house, it would be a lot less entertaining. And we like being entertained. So love her or hate her, whatever you think of her, she's bloody good viewing.
Well, Nina, would you have took the shoes back?
I wouldn't have taken the shoes in the first place.
Literally
But
off her feet.
Literally off her feet. Thank you, but can I have a new pair, please? No, I mean, it's hilarious. I laughed so loud. That was my favourite line of that episode. Was when she went, I want my shoes back.
The best part about that clip is Tiffany is still like this. You what? What? Big wooden thing. Well, listen, I think we need to take a little breather. So here to fill our weird crush quota of the year with his big old buzz, he's our little lull puppet himself. Give it up for Matt Richardson!
Yes, I am back by popular demand. I do have to say, however, if you're on Twitter, it's definitely not your demand. You hate me. But I do have some pretty incriminating photos of Rylan that keep getting me jobs on this show, so I really appreciate that. They're very sexy. Now, we are only a week in, and I feel like more has happened this week in the house than in Christopher Maloney's entire career, right? When you have enough drama that Kim Kardashian's best mate can't handle it, I think you're onto something good, pretty much, aren't you? That's what we've done. But what are you all saying out there about it out there on the internet? Obviously, the housemates this year are really dividing opinion. Let's start with @Luke Bryson, who says, Angie on BB is everything I hate in a human. Luke, mate, stop hiding your light under a bushel. Say what you really feel. Let it out, yeah? And Angie does seem to annoy a lot of you out there, but you'll be pleased to know she isn't in the house for selfish reasons.
What did you want to get from this experience?
It was basically about character development for book personalities.
Yeah.
Especially these books that we take a percentage of the royalties for charities.
Yes.
So, yes, I wasn't interested in, you know, TV exposure for me, but I know I have to be the face of those books.
Oh, I wasn't interested. It's not for me, guys. It's not for me. But look at me, OK? Look at me. It's for charity. It's for the kids. Some of the cash, not all of the cash, most of it's mine, goes to the kids, all right? Thank God you burden yourself with being the face of such a wonderful charity. Now, Omar El Sultani said, Jeremy is the one friend you wouldn't trust around your girl. #snake antics, #CBB. And that is true. He's also your one friend you can't trust around your felt tips. I mean, look at the state of him. His neck looks like my nan's carpets. I mean, no. Altogether or not at all. Now, I like that. 3 people. Everyone else going, no, it wasn't that good. Just so you know, they had to write comedy behind me in case it's not always evident with what I'm saying. If anyone's sat there going, what is this, poetry? Comedy, I'm funny. Now, I think we were all surprised when Meghan can sing, couldn't we? That was pretty good, wasn't it? That was pretty surprising. And I have exclusive footage of her new crooning in the diary room.
I can't deal with it. It's not fair. This is not a game. This is, like, I'm actually hungry. I feel ill. I can't sleep all night.
What a great note. That is music to my ears. And earlier this week, Gemma gave some top advice on dieting.
You got to cut out the side salad.
Yeah, and just like...
Get to the steak.
Absolutely incredible. Great advice, Gemma. You just got to cut out the side salad and go straight for the steak, right? That's like telling your friend if she doesn't want to cheat on her boyfriend, she should cut out the balls and go straight for the dick. Obviously, not for anyone particular in the house there. And talking of Gemma, if you think her time in the house has been hard, take a look at this.
And when I popped to the shop, I was 10 minutes. He called me, where are you, my darling? He used to call me Fluffy Cat. Where are you, my fluffy cat? Hurry up back. I really miss you. Come on. I said, I've only been gone 10 minutes. No, come on, babe. Come on, I've got a surprise for you. So I was getting all excited, thinking, oh, my God, what's he done? Has he bought me flowers or something? Walked through the door, he'd fucked off and left.
I don't know know if that's the most tragic or most incredible story I've ever heard. Right, I thought dumping a girl by text was the worst way to do it. Poor old fluffy cat, eh? It's an absolute pleasure to be back. See you all next week. Thanks very much. Goodbye.
Love Matt Richardson, everyone. Oh, stay with me. After the break, Dr. Pam's going to be separating the alpha from the beta and everything in between. Plus, we've got another healthy dose of exclusive house action. Do not miss it. See you after this. Oh, Matt. Welcome back to Celebrity Big Brother's bit on the side. Still to come, Dr. Pam's going to be on the couch. And the stars of Broback Mountain, that's Broback for legal reasons, Justin are back and bubblier than ever in the Borehamwood blockbuster Man Tub. It's a good film. But first, as promised, here is another exclusive.
I really want to sit on the sofa. I just want to sit.
I really want you to sit on your feet.
Wow.
Wow.
Wow. How do you feel about that, David?
What did he say?
Oh, I'm not repeating it.
He said he wanted to sit on your face?
He wants me to.
Oh, my God. Such language.
Scotty.
You know better than that.
No, he doesn't care. That's the way Scotty T talks. Isn't it, Scott? Stop it.
Oh, my God.
Oh, my God.
Credit card swipe.
Yeah. You're going to have to meet her mother and father when you get out. And you better be respectful.
Filth. Well, listen, we're in week 2 and the battle lines have well and truly been drawn. Friendships have been forged, broken and forged again. But who is top dog in the house and who thinks they're the house leader? And do you know what? Who is really pulling the strings? Well, do you know what? It's time for... charge. It is the one and only. We welcome her back. It's Dr. Babs Welcome back, my darling. Did you have a nice Christmas and New Year?
I had a wonderful Christmas. I've got to say, I've sprayed just for you.
Oh. Where? Right.
I've done a Tiffany.
Let's talk about Tiffy. Let's talk about the series. What are you making of it?
I am absolutely loving it, as long as you can surgically remove the memory from my brain of the cataclysmic events of yesterday. And also the cream dripping out of David and Jeremy's mouth when they kiss each other. I mean, but haven't the producers this year
I've gone off cheese.
An amazing mix of people.
I've gone off cheese. Honestly, I'm in a right state about it. Well, listen, I know you've been looking at the power struggles in the house. Yeah. Who do you think is... What should I say? Let's start with the men. Who do you think is maybe the alpha male in there at the moment?
Well, of course, we've got... Everybody has a USP when they enter the house, their unique selling point. John entered as an alpha male. He was really moderating things. He was taking them from the team from the start when he went into the box himself. He's taken it a bit far now, and he's kind of dominating. I don't think any housemate should ever tell another housemate to leave, no matter what they've done. That should be the housemate's choice. And so he's taken things a bit far. But he has been a true alpha dealing with a lot of the issues.
Well, should we have a look at him in action?
Sure.
Let's take a look.
What the fuck? Okay, why are you down? Why are you staring at me like that?
I'm looking at you like this, darling, because it's serious.
Okay. Okay. Oh my gosh.
People don't want you here.
People saying they're going to leave if you don't.
They're going to leave if you stay.
Hey, what?
People don't want to be around you. They feel threatened by you and they don't want to be around you.
Oh, they don't?
No.
That's too fucking bad because I'm not just going to leave. Now you want to get rid of me too.
I don't want. I want you to do what's right for you.
So everybody out there don't want me here.
Correct.
So what are we making of him as an alpha? Is he doing a good job of it?
Well, he started doing a good job, but now he's gone into kind of too dominant of a role, and like telling Darren why he was sort of nominating him. It just seemed a bunch of BS to me. I'm sorry, he shouldn't have done that to his mate. I really didn't agree with that, and I think so. I really love John, and if he just roll back that alpha behaviour a bit, he would be a really great alpha.
Do you think anyone can challenge him though? Because Darren was clearly upset with that nomination, and it looked like Darren was like, I'm going to go and talk to him, But instantly, John has got this something about him where it's sort of diffused, and then you know, it's all hugs and stuff
That's
like
the
that. Do you
alpha
think anyone
quality.
can do that?
Yeah, well, other people who might have done it. I mean, if Darren, his USP when he entered was bloke next door, but he's got so anxious in there. But if he pulls it out, Darren could also become quite alpha. I know he has it in him, and we've got to see that if he just gets his confidence back. So he might be kind of a rival for John in that sense.
Yeah, well, yeah. Well, I agree with that. Let's move on to the ladies. Who's your alpha female?
Alpha female's got to be Gemma. Again, she went in with her USP of sort of a queen of reality, had a mission first with the romance, trying to get, you know, Megan and Scotty together, then her mission to tell Winston exactly what she should have told him, a mission to sort it out after Angie got so upset with the talent show, and of course, but again, with Gemma, I think she may take her alpha behaviour a bit too far if she's not careful.
Well, should we have a little look at her?
Sure.
Let's take a look.
Try and help out. Yeah, forget that now. It's moved on from that. Try and help out around the house a little bit more. Honestly.
What do you mean?
Make people a tea or a coffee. Offer to help in the kitchen. This is a team effort.
I'm not that good with making that kind of stuff.
Well, learn, darling. Learn. And these are the little things. Do you know what I mean? We ain't the royal family. You've got to come down to earth a bit sometimes. I'm saying this from the heart. It's a gesture and you've done it. And you're going to keep doing it. Well done. You're going to keep doing it. You're going to keep doing it. Because you'll get more thought of.
But I told you they don't want me
Oh,
to
babe, there's no need for tears.
No, yes, there is. Fuck this. They don't fucking want me here.
Tomorrow's another day.
Do we think she's doing a good job?
Well, she chose her moment wisely, because what we saw with Tiffany, that explosive grief reaction, she'd been holding on to the fact that she already felt insecure, quite angry and isolated from the house for the last few days. Then she went and created that emotional chaos with all the other housemates. And when they discovered that Tiffany had made a mistake, Tiffany felt so obviously humiliated, embarrassed. And with those insecure feelings, that's quite an ugly mix of feelings, which is why I think she went on the attack as her form of defense. And I think Gemma picked the right moment to sort of finally confront her, because by then she kind of burnt out all those ugly kind of feelings of I've humiliated myself. And for someone like Tiffany, who's also a queen bee, they don't want to think they're humiliated.
Well,
they want to be in the right.
Well, let's talk about queen bees. I thought Gemma would have been a queen bee, but you've got a couple of candidates, haven't you?
Well, no, I think it's definitely Nancy, Angie, and Tiffany have been the queen bees.
Okay.
Definitely.
What does it take to make a queen bee?
Well, because it's all about me, 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 not the kind of we about the group. And I don't mean the other kind of we.
Yeah.
so they're very self-entitled.
What's
you
the
know,
difference
queen
then
bees.
between a queen bee and an alpha female?
Well, because an alpha will try and like smooth over problems, as Gemma's been doing, like after the talent show on Saturday when she was in the thick of it with Daniela and with Angie. And she finally got that calmed down between Angie and Daniela.
Okay, well, let's you've just brought up Nancy and Angie there, but also Tiffany. Yeah. You've got another name for Tiffany, haven't you? Not just Queen Bee.
No, she's gone rogue.
Oh, she's rogue!
She's rogue. Rogue housemate.
She's rogue!
She keeps bringing up the fact, as she did in that clip, they don't want me here. So basically, and the exclusive you just showed us, thank you for your exclusives.
You're welcome, darling.
The fact that she is always saying, they don't want me here, but I don't care. So she's going to do whatever she wants, going to be completely rogue. And if she stays in for very long, we're going to see this cycle of, oh, I feel sorry about what I did, and then rogue behavior.
But I never thought I would say this word, looking at Tiffany as a person, as a housemate walking in on launch night. Do you think, to some extent, she is being used a little bit as a scapegoat?
I think she could become the scapegoat, definitely.
Right.
I think when there's anything, stress in the house in the future, now that she caused such a seismic issue with the house, that people will look to her and she's going to be easy to blame, particularly when she says things like, you don't want me here anyway. Then they can put all their stress on her, and that's what happens with the scapegoat.
Well, I think it's going to be a bit of a tough time over the next week, but I am looking forward to watching it. Will you come back?
I'd love to come back.
Should we have her back? All right, we'll have her back. Give her a bang. Oh, smell it. She's had a spritz. Stay tuned, because in a matter of minutes, we're going to be crossing over to Broback for the moist and meaty return of the Manta. Right, this. And our panel will be bubbling over with chat when we talk alliances in the house. But first, which housemate have you pledged your allegiance to? It is eviction night on Friday, and there are 5 celebs who need your votes. Here's all the details that you need to save your fave. Who stays?
You decide! You decide!
There you go. Welcome back to Celebrity Big Brother's Bit on the Side. Now, if you tuned in on Monday night, you would have witnessed one of the great TV reunions. Justin was side by side once more. But for some, they weren't quite naked enough, were they? So, they're stripping the celebs down to their basics, shall we say, and talking about their need for companionship. And they're going to be telling me why it's so important to have a strong ally in the house. I give you Man-Tub.
I grew some chest hair for you.
Did you? Oh, look at you!
'Cause I know you like chest hair.
Very nice.
Yeah, I wanted to be a little bit more manly for you.
I approve.
I've got a bite, here he comes. It's a big one.
Let's have a look.
How important is bromance in the house? Massive, it helped me so much, having you there as a friend. You always kept me busy, we were there for each other.
You just didn't
Shoulder
do anything
to lean
but
on.
wear me out.
Oh, are you serious? You having a laugh?
Yeah, a little
All
bit.
the way round. You didn't give me a minute.
Right, so, bromance.
I think in the house you need a friendship, someone that you can bond and bounce off of.
Yeah. Do you see any bromances forming this year?
Yeah, definitely. I think that Jeremy and Scotty form a bit of a bromance. Yeah, I think the thing is Jeremy and Scotty got something in common. They just want to bang birds.
Oh, mate.
But I think that at the end of the day, John and Darren have a great friendship.
That's more like...
There's
the
no
opposite.
competition
Yeah, no
there.
competition. That's a proper bromance.
Right.
Yeah? I love you.
Your voice is beautiful.
As is yours. Companionship in the house is important.
Vital.
Because you do get lonely. And what happens is, you fall out with somebody, you can't get away from them. So you need someone that you can turn to or you can talk to.
You don't have to talk to me.
There's going to be arguments and you're going to have to make up, or it's going to be extremely awkward.
Darren, I'm your friend. I'm your mate.
Well, that's what I thought, mate.
Yeah, but what you got to be good at is just forgetting it and moving on.
Do you know what? I ain't angry in that little, like, slightest bit. I'm
I know.
gutted and I'm hurt.
I know.
You can't hold grudges in there. You're going to keep getting annoyed and keep falling out. You should be able to say, OK, forget about it, move on.
Right, so this season has had a man-on-man on-screen lip lock.
A kiss.
Are we gonna have one? Hey! Honestly, that's the first time James and I have ever kissed on the lips. Cheers to that.
We didn't even ask him to do it. Well, listen, we've heard from Justin, so let's take a closer look at some of the alliances in the house. We've seen tonight that some of the celebs have been forced together in the task, including Gemma and Christopher. So, Robin, let me come to you. Is Gemma trying to find a replacement for the Chiefs?
Well, she's going to need one, really, isn't she? I think she needs that, like, that guy just that she can hang on to that's there for her best friend. And Chris is such a lovely guy. I've met him a few times. He's ever so sweet. He's a Scouser. They're all friendly. They're all lovely. And I think she's picked the right person that she's going to make a new BFF with for the rest of the time.
Going to make a new BFF in there.
She can dominate him as well.
Oh! Well, Lulu, I was going to say, how do you think that's going to get on with them two?
Well, I think Gemma will say jump and he'll say how high.
But how
He's
important...
sweet though, isn't he? He's
How
a bit
important is
dopey,
it, though?
but-
Oh, don't be horrible.
I'm not, he's cute.
He finished third on the X Factor in 2012.
Did he come third? Did he beat you? You're not a good singer though, babe.
I know, that's the problem. But I'm up for presenting awards now. You've been in there. How important is it to have that person in there that has got your back?
I think it is important to have allies because it can be quite lonely in there, even when you've got friends. So it's nice to have someone that's got your back, but no one's really got your back, have they?
Well, you say that. We
They're
saw...
all out for themselves, they're ready to stick the knife in.
We saw quite a young alliance form quickly last week. That was Scotty T, Megan, Stephanie, Jeremy. Nina, what are you making of the sort of young clique in there?
I'm loving it. I think they should just admit that they're both couples and just get on with it because I'm kind of bored of the will they, or just do it.
Oh, nearly. Well, we have seen some cracks forming, especially since Scotty decided to nominate Stephanie. Do we think there could be a bit of trouble for the young ones, maybe, at any point? Anyone want to say anything? I'm just walking around
How about Scotty and Jeremy fancy each other? And the two girls fancy each other? No. I don't think so, but it's in the house and you don't know. And Winston pushed his luck a lot.
Would you like to see that?
It'd be different. Yeah, why not? Yeah, it'd be different. Why not?
Well, I mean, I can ask them when they come out.
At least Stephanie's boyfriend would probably prefer that, wouldn't he? Poor bloke.
Oh, don't! He's been through it this week,
At least he'd like it if she got on with that Megan.
Well, do you know what?
He
Let's
might be
leave that
into that.
situation because we don't know what's going on.
You're
now.
dumped
We
and you
don't
know
what's
you are.
going on there. Larissa, shut up. What's your say?
The thing with Scotty T is, yeah, he goes around, he likes to bang, do this, that and the other, but as you've seen on other TV shows, he doesn't like it when people are being taken the mickey out of as such. Jeremy's his friend. He thinks that Stephanie's taking the piss out of him, basically.
Is she?
Yeah.
You're right, darling. No, she pissed herself. I was coming down.
I think the reason Scotty nominated Jeremy was because of the situation. Stephanie, sorry, Stephanie.
All right, it's a lovely dress.
Thanks. Was because Stephanie had a boyfriend, and then it's kind of like a bro code.
Yeah.
Like,
well done, darling. Well done. All right. I have to get her a little glass of water. Let's talk about Scotty again. If him and Jeremy weren't spending so much time with the girls, Robin, do you think we might have the ultimate bromance on our hands here?
Absolutely. I think once Stephanie is out, because that's who I want to go this week,
Oh!
they will form this bromance because they'll have more time to spend with one another rather than
hell of a lot in
rather
common.
than flirting all the time.
They have got a lot in common. Zainab, I nearly said it again. Nina, do we think that them two, if one of the girls or both of the girls were to leave before them two, do we think we'll see them two really come together?
I think you can already see that relationship going. That's all happening. But I'm more interested to see what happens with Stephanie and Jeremy. Oh, it is Jeremy. Isn't it? Yes.
Yeah. Well, we don't know what one. They're all over there. Let's very quickly, because I'm running out of time, to talk about Christopher and Daniela, because they started this process on a bit of rocky patch, but now they seem to rely on each other. Christopher's main tweet was received quite well, actually. It was, Christopher is too much up Daniela's arse. Someone pull him out. He's like a batch of piles. Not my words. She said she likes him up there, Neen.
They've obviously had a friendship in the past, right?
Yeah,
so
they've had
I
a
think,
fallout.
yeah, they've had their kind of make-up and they're BFFs again. It'll last as long as it needs to last.
Well, listen, I'm really running out of time and I'm gutted, but very quickly down the panel, Nina, who do you want out on Friday?
Who do I want out on Friday? Oh, my. Stephanie.
Robin?
Stephanie.
Lulu?
Yeah, I think Stephanie.
Who do we want out? What's all going on? I'm out of time. Give yourselves a round of applause. Sadly, that is all I've got time for tonight. A massive thank you to all of my panel and our fantastic audience. Thank you. For more action, switch over to 5-Star now for Live from the House. I'll be back here tomorrow at 11 p.m. with the loosest ladies in town, McGiffin, McDonald, Welsh and Bolton. It is going to be epic. My panel of baggy brills. Until then, see you tomorrow. Night, night.